There's a very serious reason that we've all chosen to come here. And I think the Freedom Association has never been more important today than at probably any point in its 25 or 30 year history. I'm not the right person to say this, but it says in the Book of Common Prayer, I believe, that we should be governed quietly and we should be governed lightly. I don't know how you feel, but I don't feel we're governed either quietly or governed lightly. And I don't think we should forget that. And I think that is the reason that many of us have given up our Friday nights to be here today. We could talk about the economy, we could talk about Europe, we could talk about global warming. I'm not the best person to talk about those massively important issues. But I'd like to share with you three small areas which I think impinge on our life and make this country poorer. You'll all have your own examples. The first is the common light bulb. I've had to buy 100 of these lights. 100. It's not that I'm wasteful or want to be particularly extravagant, but it is not for the British state to decide what sort of light bulb I want to burn. Now, I think we all agree that being prudent and sensible is an important issue. And maybe you want to have the newfangled light bulbs. That is your choice. But it is not for someone else to tell me or you what that choice is. The second issue which has affected us is we have a small flat in Cheltenham that we rent out. I don't know if some of you I know Cheltenham quite well. Lovely Regency town. This flat's been around for 200 years, as a Regency flat generally would have been. But we were astonished to get through the post plans to this flat. We thought we haven't put it on the market. So what's going on here? But the plans came from the local council who'd entered Victoria's property without even telling us. And they'd drawn up these wonderful plans as to how there was a supposed fire risk in this property. And they made us turn it into a cheap 3-star hotel with that sort of fire thing you press, as you go down the exit, and the emergency lighting. To some degree, it's a laudable aim that the state should be so concerned with our welfare. But the point is this: are you not capable of deciding if coming to this house and sitting on a chair that might collapse is a risk risk worth taking? Maybe a bad example, but you see the point. The last point was I have a Jeep, politically incorrect. Roger probably approves, I don't know. And someone tried to break into it in Yeovil Junction. These things happen. I phoned the police, and a very nice police lady took some time to speak to me and said, "What's your name?" I said, "I'm Ewen Stewart." And she said, "What's your ethnic group?" I said, "I'm called Ewen Stewart. Is it not fairly obvious?" I said, "Maybe not, because Moira Stewart." But the next question was, "What's your religion?" And I said, "What's this got to do with the burglary that happened to my car?" She said, "You've got a tick box." I said, "I'm Protestant." She looked down the list. Protestant? There was Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Christian, other, but no Protestant. So I said, just other. Quite extraordinary. But what's the common theme about this? What business has the British state intruding in our lives in this strange manner? And you'll all have your own examples from your own life, which would have seemed inconceivable 20 or 30 years ago. Goya said, "Out of our rationality we have created a monster." How right he was. We have created a monster. And the reason that the Freedom Association is important is to roll back the state which is absolutely intruding on our life in so many ways.